Now we go to South Africa, where hundreds of people have taken to the street in Johannesburg and other parts of the country to protest the prolonged energy crisis causing record power cuts in South Africa. The cities of Johannesburg and Tshwane are launching drives to update prepaid electricity meters in the metros this year. The current prepaid electricity voucher system used in the country will run out of voucher sequences for the unique tokens produced specifically for each meter by the 24th of November 2024. And the current standard transfer specification system has been in place since 1993 and will stop dispensing voucher sequences at the same date. Now we have joining us from South Africa, Johannesburg, Trinity Nkube, data and economic analyst, to give us update on that protest and some of these proposals to solve the energy or electricity supply crisis in South Africa. Thank you so much, Trinity. Good afternoon. I think you're muted. I did not hear you. If you could please unmute.
Okay, let's see.
Yeah, okay. I can hear you now. I can hear you now, Trinity.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, thank you. Thank you for having me. Sorry about that.
Yeah, so give us the update. Are the protests still on the streets? What's going on?
Very much so. It's very worrying. The electricity crisis has spilled into a political issue, which is unfortunate. So you see the two main parties in South Africa going at it, which is unfortunate because I think we need national solutions to this issue.
Right, Trinity. So how are you guys coping? Well, when you talk of electricity cuts back here in Nigeria, we have found some ways to cope. We have the generating sets. A lot of people have embraced solar, and other alternative as a source of, supplying power. How are you guys coping? Do you have a lot of generating sets there, generators? Do you have solar energy going on there? What's the alternative that is available for South Africans?
Very much so. That seems to be the trend where people are starting to purchase, the backup power. You're talking inverters, batteries, solar panels, and you name it. Unfortunately, this electricity crisis has come at a time when a lot of families, households, have also been dealt with an economic crunch. Therefore, while those solutions that you mentioned that are in Nigeria seem to be practical solutions, in South Africa, it is becoming extremely difficult for a lot of families to be able to afford those backup powers. So there are multiple solutions for those households that can afford those options that you mentioned. And then on the other side, from what I've learned, in the city of Cape Town, for instance, they are opening up a business model in which households that can generate more electricity, in fact, can sell excess electricity or power to the city of Cape Town. And we are waiting to see if other municipal or other cities can also do the same. I think this will alleviate the pressure from the national grid. And another suggestion that I've been seeing floating around has been, what if big businesses, in fact, can purchase some of these generators as well as any other backup power where the banks are actually, in fact, coming onto the forefront and offering solutions, financial solutions, where the businesses do not have to have capital expenditure, upfront to pay for these things. In that way as well, that would actually alleviate the demand for electricity across the country. So there are various solutions that are out there. It just really needs for the country to come together and have national solutions instead of politicking, as it may.
Yeah, unfortunately, politics just creeps into everything. So just before we let you go, Trinity, we hear of these voucher sequences, unique tokens, something to do with meter that is supposed to end on the 24th of November. Tell us about this and how, this is being used to overcome some of those infrastructural issues which Eskom has been facing.
I think from my limited knowledge around this payment of electricity and the voucher system and all of that, Eskom and the country at large has been dealing with issues around non-payment. So, for example, you were having certain households and certain municipalities that, in actual fact, owe billions of rands to Eskom. So for an inefficient parastatal, as we speak, it's also very difficult because, as you may have understood, there's an 18.65 increase in tariffs, electricity tariffs, that are proposed, that are supposed to kick in on the 1st of April, and that is a bone of contention. Anyway, just to address your question, when it comes to the pricing and this buying of electricity and the usage of it, this system is supposed to be efficient in terms of the new system that is coming into place. However, I don't really see it as a solution to the actual challenges that we have. The challenges that we have are on the supply of additional generation of electricity. So I think it's just another secondary issue that can be tackled at some other time, because at the moment what we need is electricity.
Right, Trinity, thank you so much for bringing us up to date on that, and we really do wish you guys in South Africa the very best in hand.